myself to stage. We got dinner to talk about. Melody going abroad with that international vagina. Yes, we're going to talk about that as well. There's so much. Martell moving in the middle of the night. Is he doing a messy midnight where he's bringing mess in the middle of the night to Huntsville, Alabama? Let's do what we do. You guys see the thumbnail. You know why you're here. Now, listen, I thought I put after show on this, but y'all should know by now that I usually am here at 9 o'clock. So you hear our legendary music. You see the nighttime background. Then there is me. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, it's 9:01. Oh, I love doing those for y'all. So, for everybody that is here, y'all want to talk about it now. For those of you who will be watching this on the replay, you can watch my videos now. So, with that being said, Hires Wayne Lowe's available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let's get to the getting. So, we kick off this episode with the Fletches, and we get straight into this dinner, y'all. So, Chris Jr. feels that it's a trade for a trade when they kept the dogs. You know, listen, my parents are middle class. They have always said, we're going to give you everything you need and some of the things you want. However, Chris Jr., your parents bailed you out of jail for $6,000, and then they paid a $3,800 bill for the veterinarian. In the words, Chris, that's $9,800. Round that up, that's about $10K. About $10K, bro. So parents don't have to do anything for you after you're 18. They don't. Anything that they do it because they love you. So Lance had to fire Chris Jr. for not doing what he was supposed to do at his job. Now, Lance has a business called Green Spaces, okay? So Lance had to fire Chris Jr. because he was sitting on his behind. And because of that, Lance's employees thought that, that gave them carte blanche to do what he wanted to do. And you know what? At the end of the day, family does not have to help family, you know what I mean? And I felt that for Lance to do that was the right decision. Because let me tell you something. If I bring on a family member to my media company and, I see PAs are running in coffee and everything else, and you're sitting there having nothing to do, either you're going to find something to do or I'm going to give you something to do. If I give you something to do, knowing how hard I work, I ain't going to give a damn. Okay? And listen, when it comes to family business, it gets knees weak, arms heavy like spaghetti. And absolutely, Phyllis Crawford, I feel you right there. That was absolutely real. Nothing fake about this episode, Serious Problems. And, listen, we are asking for quality in reality TV. That was a real family. So for everybody who's going to say that Nell is this, that, but she's so sweet and she's this and she's that. Hey, Alpha MC, welcome in. I'm glad to have you here. So for, her being petite and sweet and this and that, every black mama and every black dad got that butted. Okay? If you have never experienced that button, that means you are a good kid and you were raised right and you do what you're supposed to do. Okay? So I don't want to hear that this dinner was too much, because Hotel, who goes through every hotel floor doing what he wants to do in every hotel room and doesn't want to pay the bill, did revenge P on his ex-wife. And you got Mel, who is furious of giving everything to everybody but not respecting her position as a mother. At least she... So y'all mamas never got mad at y'all before? So all the black people watching this, oh my God, how dare she? I thought we were better. You never went off on your kids before? Or you never knew somebody go off on their kids before? We ain't going to act like we don't do this, okay? That's what we're not going to do. Lord Jesus, I swear to... Anyway, let's keep rolling, shall we? Let's keep rolling. So Mel says she could get her money back, that she would be wealthy. If it was up to Chris, y'all wouldn't have anything. And Mel has mixed feelings about being the bad guy, but she doesn't give a damn. Chris feels, how can I put this? Chris feels Chris feels that when it's a problem. Oh, I'm sorry. Nell feels that when it's a problem. Sorry, y'all. It's so much going on in my head. But basically, Chris said that whenever the kids have a problem, they go to Nell. She goes to 100, and Nell feels that they backdoor her and goes to him. And he says sometimes yes, and Nell says she's not having it. Now, Chris, I'm gonna let you know right now, bruh. That's a true tactic. Okay, every kid has done it in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay, including hello, where's my right here? Including this guy right here. That if my mom didn't want to do it, I would go with my dad. My dad didn't want to do it, I go with my mom. Every kid has done it. So the fact that the kids have a problem communicating with Nell rather, sorry, maybe it's the fact that the kids know what they're doing, and because they know their mama don't play, they're going to go to the side of the war that's not the hottest. Understand? Each kid is different. Absolutely. Each kid is different. Each relationship is different. However, in the same token that each kid is different, each relationship is different, the emotions from the parents should be a united front. Alpha MC says our youngest just came to us about buying a new car. He asked Mr. about the cosmetics of the vehicle, but asked me about the logistics money. Because see, here's the thing, right? Each parent has different strengths. Like my mom is the spiritual, emotional leader. My dad's the logical and the, action leader. And that does not mean my mom is not logical and doesn't take action, because she does. Without her, I wouldn't be here. Understand? What's understood doesn't need to be explained. But every parent has that, role of this parent is good in this parent is good in that. And if you're blessed enough, you'll have those two parents combine. And that's how you get you. Not every kid gets that. You know what I mean? So let's keep rolling on here. This is going to be a hot after show tonight. And don't worry, I will put in after show after all this is over. Okay. I try to get y'all videos up. Okay. Let's see here. Kevin Moore says, hey, Braylon chat. For me, I'm just tired of black people always being seen as a subject of broken pieces. Where's the love and happiness? That's a very good question, Kevin. I think that love and happiness is a spectrum, right? And my mom has always said, even when she's gone off at me or when my dad has gone off at me, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't say anything to you. And sometimes when it comes to happiness, you have to give tough love for them to understand the severity of what they're doing. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think the fact that there's so much love there that they would have that conversation, not just at the dinner table, but on national TV, that's a lot of love. Because think about what goes on in this house stays in this house. Well, it's on national TV now, so you can't do nothing, right? But I do agree with you. I think that's up to myself, you, all of us here, my virtual travels, my virtual tour family, and all of us as a culture, as a society, and as a world that's spinning round and round and round and round, to want to not only create spaces, create content, but create a standard of responsibility where we want to see love and happiness. Because if we're not creating love and happiness, we're not going to receive love and happiness. So I hope that answered your question there. Alf MC says, I'm going to say it again. Lexi is the older child who envies the younger siblings' lives that have benefited from Chris and now financial, emotional stability, and wisdom. I've seen it firsthand from friends. Absolutely. There's always one child that gets left out. Um, you know what I mean? And so I do understand Lexi or Lexus, but also in the same token, you get more flies with honey than vinegar. You know what I mean? Kevin Moore, not what I'm saying. This is not the premise of the show. Now they're changing lanes again. Um, okay, listen. I will say this. I agree and disagree with you, Kevin. And then Phyllis Crawford said, I saw the love there. I saw sadness. I saw misunderstanding. I saw a lot. Yes, indeed. Now, Kevin, I will say this. When it comes to this show, I think hey, Nikki News, welcome in, because I think the drama lives 24/7. I think that the producers saw social media and said, okay, we have an assignment. And when you think of love and marriage, right? When you think of that concept of what love is and what marriage is a marriage between two people that came together as two individuals and came together as one. Love is, in relationships. So I think what they're trying to do is expand the definition. And here's the thing about reality TV. Once you set a title, it's just like YouTube. People expect that title. However, in that opening scene, Kevin, and this is what I would say to you, and I'm saying this out of love, there was love and marriage in that opening scene, because guess what? We got to see inside Chris and Nell's marriage. And we got to explore the love that is there and that is straining on the different relationships they have with their children. So I think in order for a reality show to expand, they have to expand the storylines. It just can't be about the couples. Not to mention, too, in the same token, all of them on the show have kids in some capacity. So I think that they're exploring love and finances, exploring love and health, exploring love and travel. They're exploring the marriage of being together, as a couple. They're exploring the marriage of being a business owner. So I think they're trying to expand it because they recognize that this drama is not working. So we got to humanize the show. That's just my take. I could be completely wrong. Kevin, this is from Alf MC to... and we are going to get back into the review. I always reflect the chat. Alf MC to Kevin. I think new cast members of Fletcher's are bringing their real lives to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Besides Keke, Melody, Martell, they're the only ones bringing truth to the show. Phyllis Crawford says that Lexi is the aggressive child, needs therapy. In my opinion, Lexi doesn't feel loved. It does appear. So with that being said, let's get back into this review, because man, this is hot. So when it came to the cars, Mel said that Chris told Mel that they should not get cars, and Lexus said that, why didn't she get one? And Keke said, because you're reckless. Ooh, now y'all remember the last episode with Keke and Nell, right? That Nell got that no, and Kevin, this is a fair exchange, brother. This is a fair exchange. This is not like other channels, okay? So you good over here. It's a fair exchange. But y'all remember Keke from the last episode of how Keke got fired from Nell's daycare, and Keke said, I was trying to fix it because I didn't want to hear your mouth. Now, I was like, now, wait a minute now. She ain't your mama, but you in her house. I don't know of a black kid that can say that and be walking. I just don't know. Same thing with Lexi. I don't know of a kid that can cuss out their parents and still be walking, mentally or physically. I don't know them. If y'all do, let me know. So I can have evidence. Not evidence for my mental, okay? So Lexus said that she worked the entire summer to save $1,500 for a car while everyone else got BMWs and Mercedes, and point to everyone. But Keke said that you can point to everyone else because she did not get a car. And so Keke got a 1997 white Grand Am. 1997. Make sure that I got that right. Okay, yep. Grand Am. All right, so I'm going to show y'all the car. Y'all probably remember it because it was in the 90s, okay? It was in the 90s. So this is a used 1997. Let me pull it up. There it is, a 1997 Pontiac Grand Am. Okay, so that's the car that she got for $1,500. Okay, so now that we got that context, okay, let's keep rolling on. Let's keep rolling on. Whew. But Nell said that they dropped $22,000 for a car. Lexus said, y'all are fucking insane. Are y'all kidding me? I don't know how Nell and Chris dealt with that, because like it's already one thing to say that to your parents and there's no cameras, but now you got a camera crew that's filming this, and this is going to air on national TV. So Nell in her confessional said either Lexus has a distorted memory or trying to get a rise out of her to agitate her. She's at her wits end with Lexus, and that this car thing is a regular thing with Lexi at these dinners. So Chris Fletcher said at one point in time there was a large lump sum of money that was given, and not less than a month later you got another car. And Lexus said that she got into a car accident. Do you want me to give the papers? And then I got me a car. Now, that happened, that should be valid. However, in the same way that you want your pain acknowledged, you also have to acknowledge that your parents gave $22,000 for a car. Okay. And in terms of, you know, the scale of a car, $22,000 is basically, you know what? Let me see something. I'll go Kia.com here, because I love Kia. I really, really do. I really do. Because, you know, they said $22,000, right? That's what they said, $22,000, okay? So basically, with that being said, let me show y'all this from Kia here. So basically, she could have got a brand new Forte for $22,000. That $22,000 could basically was the huge down payment for that. So any one of these four cars here could have helped out. Even this with payments would have been good. So $22,000 is a lot of money. Okay, so just want to say that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour, Love and Marriage Huntsville. The videos are up on the channel if you want to spend your time by yourself to break down the show. But for the rest of us, we're here right from this space right here, right now. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's get back into this review here. So Kayla said that she never got a car, and Lexus said null and void, that she got treated differently. And Nell asked, how did you get treated differently, Lexi or Lexus? And Lexus says she doesn't want to open up that can of worms, but Nell said we can go there. And Lexus said that she has gone years without talking to them. And Kayla said that, you know, Alexis blocked all of them. Lance, Kayla, and everyone said that they reached out to Lexus. So here's the thing, right? There's a family vacation, and that I'm sorry, y'all. It's a lot going on in these notes, y'all. So Kayla said that Lexus was in a different house and got upset about certain things. So when it came to blocking everybody, apparently Lexi was in a different house. So remember, here's the breakdown. Okay, let me see if I can remember this. Alexis is Chris's daughter, and Lance is Nell's son. And then they have Chris Jr. and Kayla, that is Chris and Nell's kids. And then Keke is the niece. Okay, so that should catch you up. Whew. So here's the thing, right? I get that there's different relationships, but also too, you can't form a relationship if you block everybody. So, Lance, Kayla, everyone said that they reached out to Lexus. So Alexis says she doesn't know what this memory loss everyone is having and experiencing, but it's tragic because it's like it never happened. And Kayla's face is like, lies you tell. Her face was like, okay. She didn't say okay, but the face was just very heavy. It was very, very heavy. So Chris Jr. says, let it go. And I'm just like, how can you tell her let her stuff go when you are still holding on to the fact that they got your dogs when they bailed you out of jail? You do realize I could have left you behind in jail. Okay, now I'm not a parent. I'm a kid of parents, okay? But guess what? They did not have to do that. You are over 18. I think that's important here. Lexus said that if she didn't let go, she would not be here. And Lance says that Lexus had this "oh, woe it's me" mentality, and that the last time that Lexus saw the family, that it was November, and she asked about has she ever been invited on family vacation, and everyone says that you have been invited. And that Lexus said the last time they took a vacation was with Lance and old girl, and she was not invited. Before that, they went to the beach where Nell invited the employees, and that was an employee appreciation that Nell did, right? Let's see. I think CJ said let go because Lexi plays the victim all the time. She's a Debbie Downer. Okay, I can receive that, Alpha MC. I didn't think of it that way, but yes, I can definitely agree with that. To sum it up, also from Alpha MC, Lexi feels entitled because she felt her siblings got shiny new toys and she got trash. Okay. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. That was very bluntly put, but very astutely put. It appears some things have been forgotten what each other has said. Absolutely agreed. Let's keep rolling, y'all. We are live on tour. So Lexus says that you invited your employees. So the husband here, that was, y'all give me one moment. Okay, y'all give me one momento. Okay, give me one momento to turn this off for 1 minute. Give me one moment. Sorry, y'all. I think that was Alan. I think Alan was Lexi's husband. And yes, let me tell you something. He did not say a word, but also, too, I think, now this is just me, I think he's been around this family long enough for him to be the husband. Okay, so that's just my opinion. Sorry, y'all. Allergies. Anyway, so Lexi said that you invite your employees, but you did not invite your daughter. And Nell says that her daughter was being an itch to her and was not talking to her. Okay. Okay. Or in the words of Mario, okie dokie. So so Keke says that she thinks Lexus and Nell were not talking at the time. And so then, Lexi says, when have I ever cussed you out? And Nell says, you cussed me out more than once. Woo, Lord. So, okay, let's talk about Greasy Greg, Lexi's husband. Not Greasy Greg. I know he was told that they were filmed, but why didn't he wash his hair before appearing on scene? Greasy Greg knew not to say a word during that dinner. Not to say a word at all, because guess what? Like I said before, he has been around this family, so this is probably not the first time that he's heard this family like this, okay? Uh, okay, May, June, July, he was not about to battle in these black folks' house. Not here, not there, not anywhere. The Fletchers, they are. Lord Jesus, help. So then Lexi says, or Lexus says, that you guys were barely at my wedding. Barely at my wedding. And so it was because that they weren't talking at the time. And that Lance said that you barely invited us, but we showed up as an ucking team and showed up and showed the uck out. And Lexus said that they had an invitation. Nell said that they were barely on the invite list because they were not talking. Excuse me. Kayla said you block us every time. Lexus then says, why apologize when you all said there's nothing to apologize for? And Lance said that we've all got into it, but I've never blocked Chris, Keke, or Kayla. And Lexus said that Lance never calls her. And Lexus said that she doesn't have a relationship with Lance, Kayla, Keke, or Chris Jr. So you block your siblings when your siblings are the ones that could probably understand you better than your parents. But you don't block your mom and dad, though, because you know that you may need them, right? Okay, I'm just asking questions here. I'm just hashtag connecting the dots, as Mims would say. Woo. So with that being said, let's see. And Keke said that Keke said that, Kayla, that Lexi used to reach out to Keke, but when it came to the wedding, that Lexus did not invite her. Then Lexus said, if you guys are going to lie, then I'm going to uck and leave. And Nell said, do not disrespect her at her table. Lexus said, buying, they're all actual social self holes. Nell says, takes one, no one. Lexus says, kiss my actual social self. Nell says, kiss mine. Lance said, this is why you're blocked. Kayla said, make sure you block me, itch. Y'all, that was all within the first 7 minutes of the show. Okay. Woo! Y'all see Greasy Greg ate all his food because Lexi was going to bring up that damn $1,500 car. She probably clockwork. I cannot. Listen, I truly believe that this brother here knows Lexi way more than we do. Okay? And let me tell you something. I think that situation was like, okay, listen, you probably took me a long time. Even though I don't feel like Chris and Nell would be these type of in-laws that took him a long time to get their approval, but I feel like because he knows the optics of his wife and because he knows his in-laws, keep it mute, eat your food, be the chauffeur, and get gone. And he played his role. If anybody was the comments at that table, he played his role. By the way, as a little fun fact, Lance said he was going to go get a bottle, but he did not bring back the bottle. By the way, he did not bring back the bottle. So Keke says, I cannot believe her. And Lance says, how can you not believe her? That's her all the time. Nell says that this is why I told your actual social self not to bring her. Um, Chris says it happens at most of the family dinners after all we done for her. Keke says that she comes and sees everyone else has things and wants those things, but that's not how it works. It's not fair. I could reach around the table and smack her itch actual social self. Now, I'm not going to sit here in front, and this is no disrespect. If Keke and Lexi got into a fight, I think Keke would win. I think Keke can throw it down. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I think Keke could definitely throw it down here. Let me make sure my phone is okay. Okay, got it. But yeah, I do feel like Keke can throw it down for sure. So after all of that, Nell said that there's no point with Lexi, yeah, that she does this every time, and Nell has had it up to this point with her. And Chris says, as painful as it is to hear it, she is still our daughter, and she is still our child, and still going to love her. And then Nell said, I quote, and I can respect that for you. The Fletchers did not come to play. Like when Nell said that, she literally turned and said, I can respect that for you. And then turned right back. I'm like, oh my Lord. She was not playing at all with Chris. Like that confessional was real. You can't say nothing to me. Okay, because here's how confessionals work. Come close. It's a little inside info. So usually confessionals work either after a scene or when they have wrapped the season, they're rewatching it. They're watching the footage in a monitor, and then they're going, and the producers are asking them what they think. Okay, just a little insider tea there. Okay. Whoo, man, that I can respect that for you was like, damn. Okay. So Lexus was not cool with everyone ganging up on her. And what kind of car was Keke driving? Mercedes, and Lance got BMW. And Chris said Keke did not get a car. And Lexus said that she will come and set this house on fire. That part, that part right there. Nell said a lot of that confessional scene without saying many words. That part right there. And Lexi, I know that there's pain there, and I'm recognizing that. I am acknowledging that. I am embracing that. However, you're still in their house. And I don't think saying that you're going to come and burn the house down is going to move your relationship forward at all. Now, saying that regular schmegularly would not have worked. But now that this is on national TV, that everybody can make YouTube clips about it, if they don't cut you off after that, you are a blessed child. You are a blessed child. And to Lexi, I have this energy for every single person. If you're on the show, you are on the show. And that was uncalled for. That was absolutely uncalled for. Because you know what they could do? If they really wanted to, when as the thing rolls on, Chris could just did like 911. I want to put in a report that my daughter wants to burn my house down. That could have landed you in jail because that is a threat. No matter how upset Chris was at you, the fact that he told you go the fuck home was basically a warrant for you to get out of that. Because that could have ended up a whole lot worse. Okay? So, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour with Love and Marriage Huntsville. We've been on the highways and byways of what can be of this episode for 34 minutes and 52 seconds. Right now, we are still in the middle of the beginning of this episode with the Fletchers, y'all. So Keke said that Lexus liked to play victim and that she's always bringing the same ish, and Nell says she's not over it. Chris said Lexus never got mistreated. That's her perception. This is when Chris is outside with Lexi or Lexus. And Lexus talks about being Ace's father or father in general. I couldn't tell what she was saying, but basically she was talking about how Chris was a father in her mind, that you weren't always there for her. And Chris said, no, there were some difficult times in my life. And Lexus said that my entire life was difficult. Lexi, I'm telling you right now, and I'm talking to you as I would my own sister, and maybe you don't understand this, but before you came into the world, they were individuals. The manual that they used to figure out their life, it worked for them at the time. And what do you do with a manual, especially when it's a new car model year? You update the manual, Lexi. You update the manual, okay? So he updated the manual. And when you update a manual, sure, there's going to be mistakes. But I sincerely do not think that Chris believes that your entire life was a difficult time in his life. I genuinely do not believe that. And I feel like you were trying to do reverse psychology because Chris was in a very vulnerable state and he was trying to speak with you when your mama was done with you. Okay? Because she was done. I could tell. Every black mama has a done mode, and every black dad has a done mode. But Chris, recognizing that this dinner can't end like this, he stepped up to come outside to talk to you. He didn't have to do that. He could have stayed inside with your mama, his wife, but he wanted to make sure his daughter was okay. We have to be able to recognize that the mistakes our parents made were the mistakes they made. Okay? Nell made mistakes. Chris made mistakes. You have made your own mistakes. But at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, even with all those mistakes, they still tried to give the best that they had. Nell and Chris, their parents worked from their manual. It wasn't right all the time. They gave that manual to them, and then they gave that manual to y'all. If you don't like the manual, Lexi, it's up to you to update your own manual. And listen, my parents will do the same thing with me. Braylon, if you don't like where you are, all up to where you are. My parents made my mistakes, but just because they made their mistakes doesn't mean I'm going to take my wrath of how I feel about their mistakes on them. Through all of that, they still loved me when they didn't have to love me. Okay? Jesus, be #offense around me every day as I ask for your protection as I travel along the way. So Lexus said that Chris didn't show up for her until she was 28 years old. And then Chris said, now you're lying. Go the uck home. Go the uck home. And y'all, that was basically the first 10 minutes. So let me go through this chat because, Lord Jesus, I don't think that children should speak this way, even if you're an adult, just in my opinion. May, June, July says she put herself on a watch list. I do agree, especially with her mom and dad for sure. Alpha MC says Lexi can express herself in a more respectful way, but the key is she doesn't respect her dad or Nell. Evaluation time from Phyllis Crawford. Alpha MC said, I can tell the entire family is sick of Lexi's ish. Keke wants to tap that actual social self, but out of respect for Nell and Chris, she hasn't yet. Exactly. And you know what? That's why I can respect Keke, because even though Keke acted acted or act a fool, or she acted a fool, act a fool. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Ebonics. Anyway, even though Keke acted a fool and said that she did not want to hear Nell's mouth, that doesn't mean that Keke did not defend Nell. And for that, I can respect her. Although Keke, moving forward, don't ever say at another grown person's house that's helping you along your journey that I did not want to hear your mouth. It doesn't work. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just being real here. Phyllis Crawford says that she probably dominates her husband, just in my opinion. This reeks of black male brainwashing of a child from how Lexi is behaving. Nick, you use the same 100% on what I was saying about parents' mistakes and everything. I appreciate that. Now, oh baby mama. Okay, thank you. Let me flip it, reverse it, and pull it all the way back. This reeks of baby mama brainwashing of a child from how Lexi is behaving. Thank you so much for that. My bad, y'all. My bad. I am so #sorry on that. Okay. Um. Now I'm just gonna say this right now. I know y'all like, wait a minute, is that still Braylon? Yes, that is still me. It's just without my glasses, just for a brief moment. I'm not gonna lie. Lexi's a beautiful woman. She is. But Keke, in the words of Carl Carlton, she's a bad mama jamma. Just as fine as she can be. Listen, her body measurements are perfect in every dimension. Let's roll on. I could not. Alf MC, really. Greasy Greg had on the panties for sure. That Lexi issue, she wants her mom. Yeah. And that's not, and let me tell you something, Lexi is a cute girl. I would date her. Well, I mean, if she disrespects her parents like that, there ain't no way in hell you're going to come into my parents' house and think that you're going to get away with that, because guess what? That's going to be hell upon me. Why did you choose her? We raised you better than that. So, Lexi is a cute girl, but she got some stuff to work on herself. But then again, we all do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are live on tour with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all, that was just 42 minutes of the opening commentary, okay? Let's see. Keke is beautiful, but it looked like she wanted to tag Leslie for 15.5 seconds. Let Caleb pop in for 5 more seconds. We're rolling on. I'm not doing this with you, Alpha MC. I'm not doing this with you, but I also agree with you. Let's roll on. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are live on tour, everybody. So now we get to Stormy and Courtney. They are having Stella Rosa blueberry wine. And for those of you who are probably saying, brother, how can you tell the bottle? Now, that blue part with the little stars on it, I know that's Stella Rosa. And here's a little tip. The reason why you usually see black tape on most products on reality shows is because guess what? If you don't get the clearance from that company, you cannot promote it. That's why Marcel always wears his black t-shirts. And he's the only one that wears them, and nobody else in the world wears them at all. It's because it's his. And if you don't have the clearance, you can't promote it. So, but I know that's Stella Rosa blueberry wine. And just to show y'all, because you know, some people will say, oh, Braylon, that's just a guess. Okay. You're right. What do I know, right? What does Braylon lead now? Not like he knows anything. Lord, do I gotta pull up receipts? Lord help, I think I must. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. Just you know, because some people, you know, they don't want to do their research. Oh, look at that. That's the cap part right there. That see that part right there? Yeah, that was Stella Rosa. Here's a clearer picture right there. Okay, that they were drinking that. Okay, just for all the haters that are going to say that, Braylon, you were guessing. Okay, know a little bit more about reality TV than y'all want to give me credit for, but that's okay. Because remember that part in the pasture that Stormy was talking about? This guy covered it. It's gonna loop right back around, but y'all don't want to give me credit. Y'all don't want to acknowledge me. Y'all don't want to say nothing. It's okay. And look, it's your right. But also, too, when it's time for the record to reflect that, just remember my name and put some respect on it. That's all I ask. Now, with that being said, let's keep rolling on here as we're live on tour. So Courtney was like, good damn on the wine, because Stormy was pouring the wine. Okay, she was as blue as this is. By the way, this is from King Size, by the way. It's an extra large. It's very nice and cozy. My girlfriend got it for me, and I love it very much. So King Size is the website for this. Okay, so Stormy feels that she's been busy with work and as a peacemaker. Stormy feels that Keke can let things go, and Tiffany is a little Karen. I think that's been said on social media that Alpha MC, listen. It's funny you mentioned that, because I don't say all my moves, but there are plenty of companies out here that need YouTubers. It's not Stella Rosa, but I'm talking. While y'all are playing checkers, I'm playing chess. I don't tell y'all all my moves, but I'm moving. And thank you for the $15 super comment. Thank you so much. Or the super chat. Thank you so much. Phyllis Crawford says exactly. Yes, Brandon, that was a Stella Rosa bottle. I have all of their flavors. And Stella Rosa is actually really good. By the way, if y'all looking for a wine, Campo Vella Brut Champagne is excellent. And also to Snoop Dogg's California Rose. Masterpiece. Let's roll on. So with that being said, like I said, it's been said on social media that Tiffany is a Karen. That's been said. So now Stormy is saying it. So, Stormy called Marceau a itch. That's been said on social media. Now Stormy saying Tiffany's a Karen. That's also true. Y'all can say what y'all want to about Stormy, but Stormy has become the unelected voice of reason that nobody asked for, but she's executed it. So Courtney feels Tiffany will be doing some wine throwing. She won't be doing that, Courtney, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, Courtney. I'll tell you why she's not doing wine throwing. And it's a really cheap cop-out. But we'll get there. So Stormy wants to bring them to the house, and Courtney suggests no wine. And Stormy says they should take shots to release their inhibitions. And she says she thinks they may not eat. Stormy. You are really good at somehow being peace, even though your name is Stormy. But I'm going to tell you right now, as heated as your mom and auntie was, if they were doing shots, it would have been worse. And we all know your mama has a throat for Hennessy. She does a really good BJ on that Hennessy bottle, and she takes that thing down thoroughly. Now, listen, I'm not making that up. That was said in a Carlos King interview with Stormy that she does Black and Miles and Hennessy, okay? So don't get mad at me. Do not get mad at me. Anyway, so let's keep rolling on here. Like I said, do not do shots. You need everybody to be calm, okay? Because this is happening at y'all house. And if it does happen, Courtney already told you not to do it. So anyway, Courtney said, let them go out into the pasture, okay? And nothing needs to be thrown. I agree with Courtney, okay? Even though, y'all got y'all house and y'all may or may not have it for long, according to the lawsuits. By the way, shout out to trending at some point. Black Titanic. They are legends upon legends upon legends in this game. Amen. Also to the Gossip Girls, they also do deep dives as well. Um, but basically, let them go out to the pasture, let them duke out on that ring. And so, Stormy says that Kyle will be saved for a few more days. Apparently Kyle is an actor. Allegedly, Kyle is the CMO and CCO, that is Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Operating Officer. Um, Nikki News, I need you to stop. I just texted my husband to bring me home a pasta rosa. I cannot. Storm Stormy portray Stormy trying to start things up. I think that's what you were trying to say, Phyllis. Why can't we all get along? Lord help all of us. So, so Stormy said that they had to let so many people go, and Courtney says that Stormy did what she could, and that 2022 was a hard year. How can you have a 2022 when you had a 2020 that was just as a hard year, that they built a $40 million company, and that Stormy has come a lot stronger since being a CEO. But I thought it was an article that said that Stormy made $20 million during the pandemic. So hard year in 2020, but you made $20 million. I would love to have $20 million in 2020. I think anybody would. You know what I mean? Just saying. But anyway, let's keep rolling on. So Courtney brought Junior back. And y'all remember that whole thing of that, Junior was playing on his phone and was arriving late and this, that, and the third. A lot of people said that, guess what? Stormy didn't really fire Junior. And so Courtney brought Junior back. But Junior doesn't know if he wants to go back. And so, Junior asked the Stormy no. And Courtney said, don't worry about that. Courtney. I'm going to tell you something right now. Women are filing cabinets, bro. They always find out. They are undercover FBI agents. And they also know how to use the power of technology. Now, of course, this was shown on national TV, so she was going to find out anyway. But I don't think that was the right move. Even though he is your little bro, that is Stormy's cousin. Okay. So Stormy asked, do you feel that this will be different this time? And Courtney feels that it will be okay. And that, it's Courtney and Junior still big bro, little bro. And Courtney says that they've always been that. And I do believe Courtney in that. I do believe that Junior and Courtney have always been big bro, little bro. Because Courtney, to me, for who he is, he seems to be a real ride or die. If you ride for him and you're honest and you're open, he seems to be a really down to earth brother. He really does seem that way to me. Now, to everybody else, it's a different interpretation, but to me, he seems like a real ride or die brother. Stormy is taken aback because, like Stormy said, that is her cousin. And so then, Stormy says something very mature here. She says, how Courtney respects Stormy's lane. Stormy is going to do the same for Courtney. That if you feel that this is best, then I'm going to let you have it. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to let you deal with it. I thought that was a very mature response because, Stormy could have said, why the hell you hire my cousin? I'm the person running this company. But she recognized as well that Courtney is her support and that he would not do anything to jeopardize the company. So, and Courtney says that he feels that with Junior it's going to be easier than compared to Stormy. And that, Courtney, I certainly agree with you. Nikki News says here, the CIA ain't got nothing on a woman with a plan. And that is a damn fact. I totally agree with that. By the way, Nikki News, what flavor of Stella Rosa is... You know what? Let's take a reprieve for a second. Let's take a reprieve because we got time. We got nothing but time. And yes, we are going to be right back on it, y'all. Hang on. So let's okay. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna share the screen. Share the screen. I simply love y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're live on tour. So Nikki, which one? So we got we got Stella Rosa Berry, Gold Honey Peach. That sounds good. Watermelon, Blueberry, Moscato, Asti Black, Ruby Rose, Grapefruit, Stella Rosa. That's a sweet red, by the way, everybody. Red Apple, Strawberry Rose, Bianco Pink, Red Pineapple, Peach, Green Apple, Royale, Platinum French Vanilla, Tropical Mango, Black Cherry, mango, Cranberry, Blackberry, Organic Fusion, Lemon Lime, Lime and Chile, Mango Chile, and Pineapple Chile. Which one of those is he bringing home? Because now I actually really am curious. I ain't right. I am not right. Pink. Okay, so he's bringing home pink. Okay, let's see what the pink one is doing in terms of flavor profile here. let me get my Bougetto on. Flirty, fun, and young are the words to describe Stella Rosa Pink, the semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine that is understated. She's a tease on the eyes, but she means business on the palate. There's a lot of ways to take that down your throat. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Flavor profile, strawberry and rose petals. Oh, Lord, you can see the size variation. 750 milliliter is perfect to share with loved ones. 187 minis is to gatherings and goodie bags, and 250 milliliters is just for yourself. Braised salmon, black cherry chocolate cake, berry tart, gondola brie cheeses, 90 points gold medal, Los Angeles International Wine Competition, 8 points silver medal, and Best Buy Tastings.com. So there you go. Just a little information on Stella Rosa. Hey, Shan, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Okay, did he do the interview tonight, or was it an old interview? What's going on? We need intel. We need intel. Glad to have you here. Listen, if I can get money, I will definitely bring on Stella Rosa, for sure, if I can, y'all. Okay, things got to work out. But anyway, welcome back in, everybody. So now we are on. He did the interview tonight. Wait, did he do it live just now, or did he tape it earlier? He probably taped it earlier, more than likely. Let me just say this. I know Nightcap didn't work out, but for you having a podcast called Reality with the King, why aren't you doing your own review show and bringing fans up? Like, you're the creator of this, right? Like, Lord help, do I gotta make all your moves for you? Anyway, so we get to Martell. It was pre-recorded, but it was pretty interesting. Okay, well, when I drop the link, come on up and let's talk about it. Yes, there will be a time that you guys can drop it. Usually, I would drop it right about now at the hour mark. But y'all, we are still in the middle of this episode because, my Lord, the first 10 minutes was just on the Fletchers. So that's why it's supersized a little bit. But we get to Martell. He's moving into his new home, and Montez is helping. One of his friends, realtors, dropped this home into his lap, and he needs 5 bedrooms because he has a lot of kids. So Martell, we're not just going to pretend that you didn't have sex to make these kids. Like, dude, that's that. It's like you're almost blaming the women. Well, I need 5 bedrooms because I got a lot of kids. Really? You don't say. So you mean to tell me that when you put your rocket into these women's launch pad and you blast through their galaxy and a star doesn't come out, so okay. Late night is when he has the most help because he has his brother and uncle helping him. He is having surgery on his eyes on Friday. He's not going to be able to lift or exercise. Okay. And that is true with surgeries, but like, really though, really just, I mean, eye condition. I mean, you blind to the truth. You blind to, being accountable. Like, what's going on with your eyes, bro? But anyway, into it. So yeah. So he's not gonna be able to lift or exercise. So then Martell calls Chris. And so, Martell is like, Hey, you see this, bruh? You see this? I moved out the house. And then Chris does this little dance. Hey, 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 hey. I couldn't take Lord help. So I couldn't take it because here's the thing: Chris was regular, degular, schmegular at the house. He had his white tank top on, a wife beater shirt on, and he didn't care. He was like, "Happy day, oh happy day, oh happy day when Jesus walks." So the saints went marching in. Oh, and I'm so glad to be a part of that number. I'm so glad to be a part of that number. So so then they do throwback clips 8 months ago, 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And by the way, for those of you who were wondering the hat on Martell's head, that is from Marcus Burns. He has a clothing brand as well. So just wanted to give that context to y'all. So Chris said, I know that I know that the homeowners appreciate it. Martell says, I appreciate you. I'm not going to say your patience, but I appreciate you working with me. I thank God that Chris spoke because he said, you better thank my patience. And he's absolutely right because any other realtor would not have put up with that. They'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get a court junction, move your behind out. Don't give a damn, ish or a uck, where you end up. That was nothing but grace, love, and soul from Chris. Oh, Lord Jesus. So, Martell said that there was turmoil with him and Chris. It wasn't a turmoil. You were just a narcissistic, egotistical, selfish Mitch. That's what you were. There was no turmoil. The only turmoil was with you. My Lord. So Martell asks how the family is doing, and Chris says everyone is older and getting more expensive. And, Martell asked, what about Nell? And Chris said that Nell told Chris that Martell got a little hot, and Martell said it was hot outside. I'm sure it was, Martell. I'm sure it was. And Chris said, you don't need to be talking to my wife like that. And then he tells Chris to shut up. And he was like, Chris, shut up. Sir, you're telling a man to shut up after, hang on, y'all, okay, I'm so good. You're telling him to shut up after this man for 8 months ago, 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, to allow you to stay in a house that you were supposed to move out of. You yelled at his wife. You want people to pick sides. Should I continue with your behavior? And you tell him to shut up? He should be telling you to shut up. Okay. All right. Okay. So then Chris says, we need to get together. Okay. I don't know how you get together with a guy like that after he talks to your wife like that, but okay. Martell said Chris knows that he and Nell both have tempers and that Chris was trying to satisfy his wife that he spoke to Martell. No, he did that because that was what he was supposed to do. So anyway, we get to Melody Cherie Rogers, and so the title card says Melody Rogers. Y'all, it says Melody Rogers now. So Brittany Smith, who is Melody's best friend from college, they were roommates, right? Now I don't know if Brittany's an AKA, but they're like this. So so Brittany came over to Melody's house to help pack some orders. And so, Brittany said that I'm going to do some of them. And Melody was like, no, we're going to do 50-50. And that's going to be what it is. You're not going to get away with this. I'm not going to do this by myself. And so, and so Melody is not over Brittany not being at her name changing ceremony. And so Brittany was in Atlanta, Georgia for her niece's 16th birthday party. Now, Melody, I love you, but let's talk. You only turned 16 one time. If your friend has been there for you through everything else, she should be able to go to her niece's 16th birthday party. And you didn't harp on it too bad. You harped on it though, okay? But like life is too short, and she wanted to be there. And honestly, tell you the truth, like here's the thing: you had the beautiful orchestra, you had the drinks, you had the food and everything. Like how like they have the guest book and everything. Maybe people could have sent in video responses or video shout outs, right? And then, hey, hey, everybody, before we do the toast and everything else, how about we play some video responses from people that wanted to be here? That could have been easily played out. But also, to the same token, like you did in the way that you wanted to do it. So that's just a little critique. Nothing too crazy, but like her niece is turning 16, Melody. Like, come on. But I still love you though, because what happens next is too damn funny. So, Brittany was there mentally and spiritually for the ideas for the name change ceremony. But then what ended up happening was Brittany said that she wanted to have another name changing ceremony, and Brit and Melody was like, "No, I'm not doing that. But maybe you can be a part of this next chapter of me, trying to find love." And Melody wanted to go back to something, and Brittany said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Quickly, briefly, you were there when I met Lil Buddy." You was there when I met Lil Buddy. You were there with Lil Buddy for the wedding. You were there for all the divorce. And y'all, this little graphic of these of the parent and suches, it was just the day's looks for me. Production and the producers are having a good damn time this season. And the fact that there's gonna be so many things on social media with just that in the thumbnail, it's gonna be the thumbnail on YouTube and all over social media. Just the and y'all, it was Melody's just and Martell's just that was funny. That was damn funny. If you can't laugh at that, I don't know where your funny is. That was damn funny, okay? Absolutely. Shout out to production for that one, okay? It was funny. Do you hear me? It was funny. Lord Jesus, help me. That was too damn funny. So anyway, what do you want to call Melody says? And so, at the end of the day, Brittany said that's a little too friendly. But as they're doing all their orders and stuff, Brittany almost gets an order off. And so basically, Brittany said, "Let me get this cafe paid because your customers will go off." And Melody's like, "That's right. I'm gonna tell them Brittany did." I'm just like, really though, you don't have to say who did it. Just drop off a 20% coupon. Look, people love, working things out. So, no cafe paper, 20% off. It could have worked. But then again, she couldn't do that to everyone. So I kind of understand, just keep it in line. But anyway, so basically, you know, um, Melody suggests that, Brittany can help Melody find love again. And, since Melody's been out in the dating world and she doesn't have a lot of patience for a lot of things, Block works a lot on her phone, but there's been great experiences as well. And so Melody in the dating world has had a lot of ups and downs. And so, Melody, asks, Brittany, what does Melody need? And so Brittany says that Melody needs time, consistency, a look, versatility. And y'all, tell me why when versatility came up and Melody did, with that signature gorgeous smile, I was just like, versatility. Okay, man. All right, now I saw. Look, I saw that magazine cover, and you want to do some photo shoots. You want him to go down Seventh Avenue. Oui, mon cher chéri. Let bâton rouler, let the dance roll, baby. Lord Jesus, Lord help me. You look you. You want somebody to say, "Come or you want to say to somebody, "Come and love me forevermore, baby." The words of the Tony the Braxton. By the way, shout out to Tony Braxton. I absolutely love her. But anyway, but that. So Brittany said we're gonna go for height this time. So Melody is 5'7", so they're gonna start at 6'2". Now, first of all, if you're starting at 6'2", like what's the cutoff, right? Because you can't be too tall, like 6'7", 7 foot. That's a little much. So like you said, starting at 6'2". So where's the cutoff? I'm just asking questions. Now, here's the thing. I feel that Melody needs all that, but more than anything, she needs someone to understand responsibility, time management, and also understanding the, how can I put this? The ties that they will be getting into with Melody and how much that should be a care, a concern, and a consideration when dating her. So to all the 5'7" dudes, okay, I'm about 5'7", 5'8", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". Listen, there's still hope there because guess what? 6'2" people can be just as messed up as 5'7" people. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. And no, I have a girlfriend, so no, I can't really go after Melody Cherie. Even though Melody Cherie is 38 and I'm 29, that's not a bad age gap. It's not a bad age gap. And you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, like, if I could, I would date her. If circumstances permit, because honestly, from what I've seen of Melody, she's definitely a woman of integrity. She definitely and not just of integrity, but I feel like Melody has allowed herself to breathe out her mistakes, and she recognizes that even though those are mistakes, that does not mean that she is a mistake and that she's a blessing, and she's only going to accept a blessing as a blessing in her life. And I'm the exact same way, you know, And by the way, Melody's got that soul to her. Did y'all not see that IG live with Don, Michelle, and Marcus and everybody at that house? They were having a good old time. Okay, listen, wish I was there, but listen, if I was there, Melody would not only be strolling as AKA, there would be a lot of things strolling in the backyard. Would just be sipping champagne and falling again back up. Anyway, let me stop. Let me move on. Y'all. Let me move on. Like I said, everything is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So let's move on. So then we get to Melody's top love. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I really do. But Melody says, what is her top love language? And so Brittany says, I know it because I know you. She said physical touch. And Melody's like, yeah, it's physical touch because, sometimes you just need to be under somebody so like this. And, I go through a lot of shit. And Brittany's like, yeah, it's very annoying. I can tell they have a sisterhood. I bet you they have had sleepovers where, Melody's like, hey, Brittany, can you come over here? Would you leave me alone? I am trying to sleep. Well, I just thought this. I'm trying to give a care about my mental health. I am trying to sleep, but I'm trying to sleep. Do not make me read you the bedtime story from Samuel L. Jackson. Go to sleep. Now, of course, y'all, I am doing a Braylonization. That is Braylon dramatizing things. Okay, so listen, it's all for issues and giggles, but I don't think Brittany would go off like that. But when she said it was very annoying, I'm like, oh, they've had some times. They've had some times for sure, as good friends do. So then, Melody asked, where are we going to look? And Brittany said, we're not going to look in Huntsville. And then Melody says, and I quote, she was thinking this could be international vagina. And we could go abroad. Melody is living her best life and is not giving two damns about anybody and what they think. And I'm so here for it. I am so here for it. Okay, Lord Jesus. So Brittany was taken aback, like, oh my God, like, yeah, we're in front of company, strangers. Some people are family, but not everybody deserves me. What are you doing? There's a camera here. And Melody was like, listen, I'm an executive producer. Okay, if I want this to be known, I'm going to make it known. So Melody is still learning herself after divorce, and will she get married again? Maybe, maybe not. Now, in an Instagram live, she said that if she ever did get married again, that she would not want to see her partner every day. Excuse me, because she has a lot of things to do, and maybe 2 to 3 days out the week to see each other in person. But the problem is because Melody is that blessed, because she is that amazing, and because she is a one of one, a real man, not seeing her every day, that would hurt him. So just saying. But anyway, so then we get to the Fletchers once again. Y'all, we are almost at the end, and I'm going to drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. So with the Fletchers, Chris is coming to Growing Smiles, and he is in this smooth suit. I'm not even going to front. I think it was a blue, yellow plaid checker pattern suit. And Nell said, "You're looking fly." And Chris said, "Well, I do what they let me." And so Chris was coming from a closing. Buyers were happy. Buyers were happy. Sellers were happy. And Nell said, "Good, everybody happy." And so, so then they talk about the family dinner, and Chris was torn with what they've been, because they've been through this with Lexus. And Chris is like, "How do you feel mistreated with something that is actually materialistic?" And Nell says that she's not going to keep explaining herself to Lexi, and it hurts her, and she's drained. And Chris said it tears her apart every time that she acts like this. Nell thought that they were really in a good space. Nell and Lexi, she thought that they were in a good space. So Chris has said his relationship with Lexi or Lexus has been difficult throughout the years. And Nell said because of the family dinner took them a step back. Nell said that she feels that she gets the short end of the stick. And Nell is like, how she feels is one thing, but what she is told versus what is true really gets to Lexi. At the end, and Chris said at the end of the day, Nell says rather, at the end of the day, that is our daughter. She's been there, and Nell's been there since 16 months. And so, then talk about Chris Jr. that, have you spoke with Chris Jr.? Nell asked Chris, and Chris said, I spoke with him, or I texted him after the dinner, and tried to call him. Chris Sr. said, I texted him, but I have not spoken with him. Nell said that she tried to call him after the dinner. He didn't answer, called again, didn't answer, called again, didn't answer, called again, didn't answer, and then texted him. And Nell said that she pissed off Chris Jr. about the dogs. Well, guess what? Y'all paid his veterinarian bill, and y'all bailed him out of jail when y'all didn't have to. So if he wants to get pissed off at that, let him be pissed off. Like sometimes kids need to feel their own emotions sometimes. You know what I mean? And so, Nell says that Keke said, Auntie, you're not the easiest person to talk to, so we go talk to Uncle Chris. Or as Nell would say, I gotta do the gesture, Uncle Daddy. Auntie Mama is pissed off about Uncle Daddy being more connected, okay? So, Chris tries to dance around the issue. And, Nell's like, no, let me have it. And so Chris says that, when they come to you, your button just clicks. And it's like, you don't give a damn. You should know better. You should do better. What's going on with Chris? He tries to find out what happens and why. And Nell let Chris vehemently know, like, first of all, I'm not you. She is who she is, and that she gets tired, and that she gets drained, that she deals with a lot. She deals with it in her way. Some things she feels can be avoided. That's very true. Some things can be avoided, and sometimes us as kids, including this one right here, has been hard headed. And best lesson is a bald lesson, mentally or otherwise. You know what I mean? Hard head make us off behind. But anyway, so with that being said, Nell says it's not like I didn't tell them, and Nell says that her kids can be actual social self holes, or they can be actual social selves. So, Nell says that, Lance and Chris Jr. almost touched the stove 2 or 3 times metaphorically. And, Chris is like, why they do that? Because mom is going to give us hell, but she's also going to put something on to fix it. And Nell said, well, I ain't fixing ish no more. And Nell said that's probably why she's not getting any calls. She's not crying anymore. She's put her big girl pants on, drying her tears. And if they want to run to you, let them run in your pockets. And Chris said that they have been running in his pockets. And that Nell said that's another thing. They pay you back. Nell doesn't get paid back. She has to be on a 2 or 3 year payment plan. That she gets no interest, or she doesn't charge any interest because she is mama. So, Nell says something that I totally agree with. Nell says moms have to change from mommy to mom and be more stern and stricter, because if not, they will never grow. And Chris thinks that she's doing a great job. And I agree. Like when my dad said to me, bro, you got to move out. Now, my dad said that to me because, for one, I was in a weird spot at that time where I feel like I felt like I was grown, but I also did do what Lexi did. I ain't not smart, but I ain't stupid either. But my dad said it's time to go. My mom also agreed, because at the end of the day, when you stay home, you limit what your home can be for you. And so I totally agree. It's almost like, how you how the bird get kicked out the nest, and you're like, oh my God, I'm falling. Ah! And then you're like, wait a minute. Okay. Oh wow. Mama, Daddy, look at me. I'm flying. Yeah, baby, we told you your wings were, Mama, can you just be proud of me? Damn, I'm actually flying. And we've all been there, but we've all had to be kicked out the nest. But also, we got to be appreciative of having a nest, because not everybody has a nest to come back to. But anyway, so Nell says she doesn't know how we move forward, and Chris suggested family counseling. And that, Nell said that's funny, a counselor needs counseling, and that kids do listen to somebody else. And it always works out that way, that, when it comes to, parents giving advice, the parents can say something. This has happened with me. My parents can say something to me, but then a stranger says, like, oh, I get it. And my parents are like, are you kidding me? You know what? I'm glad you got the lesson. It happens every time. Every time. So now we get to Keke Jabbar, and then we're going to get into this preview. Now, Courtney, remember how you said that Tiffany would be doing some wine throwing? We're about to get into it right now with Keke Jabbar. So Keke Jabbar is over at y'all house, Stormy and Courtney's house. But she's at the guest house. Okay, all right. I mean, I assume that the pasture was big enough for a guest house. By the way, like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. 10 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. We are live on tour with Love and Marriage Huntsville. We've been on the highways and byways of this particular episode for 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 46 seconds. I'm glad to have all of you here right now. We are in the middle of Keke Jabbar. And then right after this, I'm going to drop the link, because I know y'all got a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. So, yeah, Keke Jabbar goes over to Stormy's guest house. And so Stormy rather says this is a put all on the table meeting, and that, because Stormy doesn't go over to the guest house often, somebody put the temperature on 58 in the guest house and made the thermostat broken. Okay, so who broke the thermostat, Stormy, if you're not over there? Did one of your maids go over there? One of your butlers? Like, what happened? Like, come on now. And so, Keke said, can I undress for you? She's very playful with it, but the methadone makes Keke perspire. And so, Stormy said that, the fact that Keke is trying to recover and that the swelling's coming from her medication for her to get through is such an amazing thing. And I agree, and listen, I know people don't like Stormy. I know the lawsuits are out there, but also too, how crazy is it that the people in the Love and Marriage Huntsville community hate the most is showing her more love than her own damn family. Now y'all gotta at least give Stormy that now. Now I know y'all don't like her, but y'all gotta at least give credit that she is actually trying to be in Keke's corner. Like, let's go ahead and be real about this thing. So then Keke and Stormy talk about, Tisha and Keke, and that Keke has blocked Tisha and everything going on over there. And this has been going on since 13 years old. And Keke helped Tisha get to where she is in terms of inspiration. That, Tisha would not have went to college had it not been for Keke. And so, the fact that Tisha is nitpicking everything about Keke gets too much. And so then Stormy, brings herself into and be like, man, I hate that, because if, Keke and Tisha can be done, then my mama and auntie can be done. No, your mama is a trifling heathen. That's what that is. That's a different energy. That's a way different energy. And your auntie should have handled your mama personally. That's what should have happened. Okay? Should have happened. And normally I don't advocate for violence, but my Lord, your mama is a trifling heathen. Okay. Hashtag I said what I said. So anyway, so Stormy likes shade in your face. She doesn't like it behind your back because then you can't respond. And Stormy said it wasn't real at the spa then. It wasn't real at Martell's party, but the interview changed things. So basically, the antithesis of Tiffany, the Karen of Love and Marriage Huntsville, or the Karen of Huntsville. Tiffany knew Keke's son, and they came onto the team late, and she thinks she saw Keke jump the fence because she didn't want to pay for the game. People on the fence watch the game. That happens at NFL games where, sometimes the players will go over and hand a football over to them. So, like, either way, it's not your business. And, like, you got so much time for Keke. Aren't you overwhelmed with baby Ace? Something in the Kool-Aid ain't sweet here. So, Keke hates the fact that Tiffany is going around talking about Keke and then flipping it that Keke hates Tiffany. And then Tiffany arrives with Ace. Now, I'm going to just say this right now. I know that, Tiffany and Big Lou, they have Ace and everything, and Big Lou is doing what he is supposed to do as the assistant baseball and pitching coach. And maybe you did have you did have arrangements for Ace, but for you to bring that baby, that was a cop out. That was a damn cop out. I do care if you didn't have, the resources, but still, that was a cop out. Because you have had this thing with Keke for so long, and so that's why no wine was thrown, because she brought her baby, Courtney. So then we get into the preview. Tiffany and Keke talk, and Keke says that, why speak on the circumstances of a relationship that you don't know? If you did know it, you would not speak on it. And Tiffany was like, Tiffany. Then Chris and Martell talk. And so, Chris is like, well, you spoke with my wife kind of crazy. And then I'm going to do Martell. Yeah. With a smile. He's like, yeah. So I'm assuming that the shades are from his surgery. And then Martell has the black audacity, the black pocket, the black imagination to say, well, I'm not for a woman disrespecting a man. You're not for a woman disrespecting a man. Can you not be for disrespecting somebody else's wife? Tisha thinks that she's pregnant, and Kimmy said that Marcel got a vasectomy. And Tisha said, well, maybe he didn't take it. Kimmy wants to see the results. Okay. So then Chris and Chris Jr. have a heart-to-heart. And Chris says, I'll never be too busy for my kids. And, I don't know. Was there a handsome, down-to-earth, articulate, real, and just on point brother that gave y'all a hint that Tiffany and Big Lou will be talking about something. I don't know who that brother is who gave y'all that hint, but whoever he is must know a little something more than maybe that y'all don't know. But anyway, Tiffany and Big Lou have a talk about their future on the show that, things are stressful, but it shouldn't be because of a reality show. And maybe we need to sit down and talk about what it is. Y'all, we did it. And that is your Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6, episode 25 after show review show. I am going to drop the link now. There's 8 people to do like, comment, share, and subscribe because I know y'all got a lot to say and I got a lot to hear. So yes, indeed, I'm dropping the link right now. I'm gonna turn this off because I have done the whole review. So I want to hear from you all because I know y'all got a lot to say. I know you have a lot to say. So I'm gonna say hey, and the link is pinned, everybody. The link is pinned if you want to come on up and give your take on what is going on. How many episodes are in this season? Well, how many episodes are in the season? Well, they said for 6A was 15. Now they say new episodes every Saturday night, so I'm assuming there will be a new episode this coming Saturday, but also too, we don't know. But let me type in Love and Marriage Huntsville. Marriage Huntsville just to see if. Okay, so there will be another episode on the 25th. So I'm going to bring this up right now. So hang on one second. I'm going to bring this up now. Present. Share screen. Here it is. So Whitlow's stay or Whitlow's go. Keke and Tiffany clear the air. Martell accuses the Fletchers of picking sides. Get a new storyline, Martell. How long you been saying that ish? Tisha tells Kimmy that she might be pregnant. Chris is concerned when he sees a different side of his son, and the Whitlows contemplate their new reality. So that should be appearing on November 25th, 2023, next Saturday. All right, so there you go. You guys come on up. I want to hear from all of you. And no, Martell does not think at all. I definitely want to hear from all of you because y'all, this was a hot episode tonight. This was definitely a hot episode tonight for sure. By the way, shout out to Brown Skin Girl. I know that her after show is live right now as well. Yes, so I want to hear from y'all. What are y'all thinking? What part do y'all want to go over? Oh, look who it is. The one and only Shan in the building. What's good with you, Queen? What's good?
Hey.
Oh, Lord. I hope I did justice, y'all, because that was a lot.
Well, I came in late because, I was watching the Nell and Chris video for with Carlos, but I always log on and I just let it play if I'm doing something or whatever in the background just to give you support or whatever.
Much love to you. I appreciate that.
I came up here to talk about I really like the show without any of the Scotts. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Because when the Scotts are on the screen, even leaving Stormisha there and her potato head, it still was better than every time Tisha and Marceau or Kimmy and Marisa on the screen. You gotta kind of figure out what they saying.
Correct.
Like, is it you thinking like, is it halfway true? Is it not true at all? Is it the script? What's going on? So it's like, come on now. But I really have enjoyed these last 2 weeks. It was watchable, all except for the Stormy and Courtney part. I kind of drifted on that part. I don't even really know what they said. I can't remember it. Kind of drifted.
Understood.
But I really like the direction they could take if they just do it like that. I think they would get more people watching with the actual family stuff.
I agree.
And no Martell and no Scots was perfect.
Yeah.
And the only time we need to see Martell is if he dropping off the kids.
No, agreed. And you know what? Honestly, Shan, I totally feel you. I mean, Kevin, Kevin, who was here earlier, and shout out to Kevin, really good subscriber. He was saying that he wanted to know where the love and happiness was, and I said to him, you know, I think they're trying to expand what love and marriage means. I think for a long time, people have thought marriage was between, you know, man and woman, 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 man, man. But I think you can be married to your career. You can be married to being a parent, and love is on a spectrum and how you love in different areas of your life. So I think they are trying to evolve it because they're recognizing that they're kind of swinging on the ropes at this point.
Well, I feel like Mel started the show for Black excellence power couples, but it kind of shifted. And love and marriage is kind of a good name for it because that's kind of like what marriages do. Anybody
Right.
in one know if you in a marriage for more than a couple years, you know that things shift on a regular basis. Like no
Correct.
marriage is the way today that it was 6 months ago. It just don't work like that. I've been in a marriage for a really long time and in a relationship even longer than that. So it's like it don't equal up to be like that. And people, I think a lot of people don't understand. And I came thinking I was watching Black Excellence Power Couple too, but the evolution of the show got me like I'm ready to stop watching, but I watched because I'm just watching a support male. I'm watching for the
Mm-hmm.
supporter male because they rode on her back for so many years on this show that to let it go under when they stop riding her back would be kind of like not right for her because she created this. Also, with the Fletchers, I feel like it's a different dynamic.
Yes, it
And
is.
I honestly like Nell. And most of the channels that I watch, they don't really like Nell. And I do because I understand Nell. And if you watch this interview, most people will understand even further the stuff that I already knew. The fact
Mm-hmm.
that they feel like they're brother and sister. They said in the interview they feel like they brother and sister to Martell and Mel. And I kind of
Absolutely.
feel that and I see that, but that's why I am not friends with we don't do the married couple friend thing. Because I don't want to get so close to your wife because when she gone, she not I'm not gonna stop talking to my friend and just cause you done divorced her now you know you telling my husband, well, why she talking to her? No, no,
Exactly
no.
right.
You made us be friends. And if she decided to leave or tell her whatever she do to you, that don't mean she not gonna be my friend no more.
That
And
part.
I understand that Martell is wrong on so many levels, and this, that, and the third. But they want Nell to just throw them by the wayside and say, "Oh, we can't be friends because I'm male friend because you did this and that and other to Mel."
Mm-hmm.
But she's both their friends. So how could she
Exactly
be
right.
both their friends if she can do that? And she's doing a better job at being both their friends than Destiny did. Destiny was never really both their friends. She was always Mel's associate and Martell's friend, and she was watching Mel for Martell. In my opinion, I think she was the one giving Martell all Mel's business because Mel actually thought they was friends. So that's why it's really because most people are not in a marriage friendship where we friends today and tomorrow the couples break up. No, we in long time. Most couples I see that are friends, they've been friends forever. They've been coupled up and they still friends. And then when they divorce, they pick a side. Honestly, you were never their friend if you're picking the other side. And I
Yeah.
and that's the thing that I'm gonna pick a side. I'm the pick a side person for something like that because
Right.
in that situation, I couldn't be his friend, but I see how Nell treats him, and I think she pretty much that way too. But she just like I can't just throw you all the way away. But Nell is constantly going off on the man, actually, which is funny because Nell constantly yelling at him like
Mm-hmm.
she his mama or all of. And I think that's another thing that people don't take into consideration too. I think there's a big enough age gap to where they're really just like mentors and
Yes.
and it makes it more of a familial type of relationship than actually friendships.
Yeah. No,
So
I
I
absolutely agree.
and and Nell even said that tonight in the interview. She said Melvin told her, "You old school, you stay. I ain't staying. I can't stay. I'm out." And she said she respect that and she loved Mel and they still cool. She said even they still cool. And I'm like, I get it and I understand it. But I would like to get on Miss brought the baby on her tit so she wouldn't get popped.
Yep, because that was definitely a cop out. Definitely a cop
Even
out.
though I don't think Keke would have done it because by now her and Mel had a talk like,
No.
girl, you on TV, you got to try to control that. Da, da, da. But I think Tiffany was scared. That's why she brought baby Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Cause everybody act like it's just Tiffany. Tiffany act like it's just Tiffany. Where your like you brought in earlier your sister, your adopted mother. I never see your other children. So what? She got another son. They got one or two kids apiece or something like that. We don't even know how many kids they got. I know
Mm-hmm.
it's at least one, but we don't ever see your other child. So you ain't lugging them around. So you don't have to lug baby Ace around. You can pump and
Exactly.
dump and leave him wherever he at. So, and that's why I'm like, I don't think that Tiffany was ready. She was just hoping Stormy, because even in the confessional last week, Tiffany like thought she was being set up. And
Mm-hmm.
it's funny how Stormy created that mess, so to speak. But I don't think she created. I'm gonna say she egged it on. Now you want to be the
Right.
peacemaker because remember at when they was at the spa, or whatever, get it out, put it on the effing floor, speak your effing mind,
Mm-hmm.
all that
Yep.
crazy stuff. Now all of a sudden you want them to be best friends when you the one kept it going. Like Tiffany a little slow and she thinks she following y'all lead, but she ain't right on the same level. You know, she don't understand what y'all putting down. She don't
No,
understand that
absolutely.
y'all she came in as a bone collector like Sheree, and she
Yeah,
don't know
exactly.
how to do it without jumping in the line of fire, shall I say.
No, I think you're absolutely right with everything that you said. And honestly, to tell you the truth, like soon as I saw the baby, I'm just like, oh my lord, really? See? This is why Keke gets so activated with you because you don't give her any grace. The fact that you think she would hit a child shows your character. Like
Mm-hmm.
really. And honestly, with what you said about with Nell and Chris, I actually like Nell because like I said in the review, every black mama and black every black mama and black daddy has that button. I don't give a damn who you are. And we're not going to sit up here and pretend that there's not dinners happening like that, not even right now. You know what I mean? So I really did appreciate both of those scenes. Really, I did because, and listen, yes, Stormy did egg it on, and that should not have happened. But I will say this: I mean, how many times have Marcel ever owned up to any responsibility? If I recall, he said, "If I'm a cheater, will I ever say it out loud on live?" So
Right.
he's never owned up to anything, but at least Stormy's like, okay, listen, y'all need to do something. And at least she's trying. Like I said, she's been the unelected voice of reason that nobody asked for, but somehow she's actually doing this thing.
But she started it. We don't know that it's done though. We all we got was them
That is
sitting
true.
there and Keke looking at her and like because Keke said when she came in, I don't know how this gonna work because I got something to say. I've been waiting on this. So I think Keke gonna tell her off with her baby on her hip. So I don't think that's the ace is a help for you getting cussed out. Cause I think
Right.
Keke finna give it to you.
Yeah.
But I don't I think Stormy trying to, in my opinion, if you listen to how she said it last week, I'm gonna actually make you bring peace. Mel had brought peace, Stormy, till you mucked it all up at the baby
Right.
shower again. Remember? Mel had well, no, not at the baby shower. I mean at the spa. Because remember they met at Mel's house. Mel was like, "We gonna just agree to move forward," and woo.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, "Okay," but Stormy, you mucked it up at the spa. You did that. Now you're gonna try to act like you peacemaking. You're putting back together what you messed up because Mel had already been the peacemaker. But the thing is, she just don't want Mel to be the peacemaker. She want to look
Mhm.
like she the peacemaker. Talking about, oh, if Tisha and Keke can't get back together, my mama and Aunt Lisa can't. If I was Aunt Lisa, I would never talk to your mama no more. Not the way she
Yep,
came at me on TV and my
I agree.
son. I would never talk to your bud no
I
more.
certainly agree. And like I said, I don't advocate for violence normally, but I think Aunt Lisa should have welled in on Kiki on Stormy's mama.
Made
I
her
think
face look better than what it looked.
listen, because and here's the thing too, I bring up this cartoon in reference a lot because I think it need to be done. So those of you who don't know, there was this cartoon called The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, and by the way, happy birthday to Mickey Mouse. It's his birthday on this special day today. But anyway, in this particular edition of The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, Minnie wanted a fancy Mickey Mouse because he was just kind of too everyday for her. She wanted another side of life, but what happens when you go to that other side of the grass? It's not always green. So she asked Donald and Goofy to get him back together, and Goofy said, "Whatever you do, do not open up this door." What should have happened? And Stormy, you say you a millionaire, so you should have been able to replace some things. You should have took Junior, and y'all could have got some DoorDash or something from Uber Eats. Y'all go outside, and y'all should let Auntie Lisa and your mama have at it. Whatever needed to happen, needed to happen. That's what should have happened. Because you trying to, bring common stuff, no, that needed to get out. And what you did was not allowing that to get out. I'm just that. And far be it for me to tell people what to do, but you also put yourself on TV Saturday nights at 8, 7 Central, only here hashtag on keeping it real. So.
Yeah, but I don't think Stormy mom can be nice though. Like her permanent face is just like I'm mean. Like literally. Like
Yeah.
have we ever seen that lady smile? Like they ain't never put her on
Not that I
camera
know of.
smiling.
Not that I know of, no.
And to know that her and Stormy had a kind of rocky relationship, I can understand why Stormy is the way she is, but I don't like her still. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just because I understand it, I ain't gotta like it.
Yep. No, I agree. I definitely agree. If you want sympathy, you have to have an environment where you deserve sympathy.
And then I'm all for Mel and her international vagina.
Wait, say that one more time. You cut out just for a little bit.
I said I'm all for Mel and her international vagina.
Yes. Oh my God. We can go. Look, we can go abroad with that smile. I'm like, okay, Mel. All right then. Listen now. If you need somebody to handle your bags for you, I am totally available. So I ain't
But
got nothing
you know
else.
what I thought about though? I thought about how she always out the country by herself. So have she maybe met somebody?
She could have, but also too, you gotta realize that reality television is a time capsule too. You know what I mean? So this was already taped, but I still think she feels this way, and I think and you know what? I think it was to kind of silence some people that were asking, "Do you have somebody?" I think that said a lot without saying a lot. Like we can go abroad.
And I don't really think that Mel is looking to get too serious with anybody because she doesn't
No.
want to bring anybody. In my opinion, as a mother, I don't think that she would want to bring just anybody in her kid's life like that. That's why she said that. That's why I was laughing when you was talking about how she said somebody she don't want to see every day. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
even though I agree with you, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no.
That
I
is
mean,
not gonna work.
as a gift as she is, if she was my wife, no, I'm gonna have to see this greatness every day. What the hell? That's not gonna work. But I also understood for everything that she went through of why she feels the way that she feels. And you know what? I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna pull up my I'm gonna pull this up because y'all know when I do my thumbnails, I always try to be funny. in some capacity. So y'all give me.
And I think because she got so many irons in the fire, she don't really want to like mess up her what her plans is for her and her business with a relationship that's just taking all her time. Because quite honestly, more often than not, when you get in a relationship, men want to be they want you to be available. And I don't not only physically available, I don't even know if Mel is emotionally available because she did go through a lot and still going through a lot with that bum with
No,
little buddy.
absolutely. Here's the thumbnail, y'all. Listen, I'm ready to be pressed down. I'm not just talking about my passport. Hashtag Lil Bud couldn't make it past clearance. I'm sorry. That was the thing I thought when I was making this thumbnail, y'all. So,
Oh, he definitely little buddy from now on.
oh Lord Jesus, that was too damn funny. Oh my Lord.
He
I
definitely little buddy.
I laughed my whole behind off when that happened. Okay, listen.
But little buddy gonna be sick when his plan don't pan out and they actually see that, you know, he's not in a lot of episodes. So I'm assuming that some people ain't gonna be getting them fat checks because I thought on reality TV you had to be in the episode to get paid. I'm not quite sure how their stuff
It
run, but
it depends, you know. I know and shout to hustlers and housewives. Now this is an alleged rumor, okay? That Candy Burris allegedly got paid 1.2 million for the entire season. That means whether she's in every episode or not.
but they gave an
Compared to
episode number though. They did give an
right,
episode number.
right, and that's and I do agree with you. I'm just saying the difference between getting a check for the whole season versus being paid per episode versus being paid for the episodes that you're in.
So I thought it worked like, okay, we gonna give you 22 episodes at X amount of dollars. That's what I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking.
Yeah, and
Like that
that's definitely a
1.2,
contract
we
model.
gonna give
Yes.
you 22 episodes at 1.2. Because the way I'm thinking about it is because remember that's why Nene left because they wanted to cut her down to what six or nine episodes or something.
Yeah.
So that means your money cut.
Mm-hmm.
So and the only person we pretty much been seeing in every episode is who? Mel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't recall the episode without her. Was there one?
Not that I can not that I can recall. Now I do remember this that Melody said that she wasn't leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville and that she got her contract renewed. And then I'm just referencing this interview because it was said in the interview with T Talk with your girl Keke I, where T Talk asked, "Hey, did you guys get your season 7 contracts yet?" And Keke said, "No, that we still have a few weeks to go before that even happens." So, but even with those two occurrences that have happened, it's up to OWN to give the go ahead for season 7. And we have not heard that as of yet. Tyler,
FMC said, I think some
yes,
reality show stars are paid per show appearance and some can to get paid a base rate. Yeah, that's
correct.
what we were thinking. And
Yep,
then
correct.
Tyler and Tymon G Mom said, did you all see where Drew and Sonya aren't coming back? I saw a headline. I didn't
No, I didn't
watch
see
it.
that. I didn't see that. I think the last thing that I remember from Sonya was they were at BravoCon in Vegas, and that was an amazing turnout, over 30,000 fans. So shout out to Bravo for. I mean, even though they are in a lawsuit, Bravo is still Bravo. Let's not dismiss them. But the last thing I remember, Tyler and T-Mom's G-Mom and everybody here, is that Sonya said that she understands that they have to do what they have to do, but either way that she is for the show. And then with Drew Sidora, she was doing a interview with That Grape Juice on That Grape Juice YouTube channel. and she was saying how she said that there's going to have to be a lot of apologies made and things like that, that she may not come back to the show. So I haven't seen that Drew and Sonya said that they aren't coming back, but I don't think it's out the realm of possibility.
I'm trying to find that headline because I saw it. I thought I saw it on
A content creator was talking
Instagram.
about earlier today. Okay, thank you for that, Tyler, and T-Mom, Mom, as Shannon finds that for sure, for sure. And glad to have you here, Shannon. It's good to hear your voice.
Well, I've been busy lately, and then I had to take a break because this stuff gets too much
I
sometimes.
understand.
Gets a
I definitely
little
understand.
weehoo weehoo. So just take
Mm-hmm.
a step back and mind my own business for a second.
Yep. I totally understand it. I totally understand it. Yes, I do. Because y'all, it can get a little hectic on these streets of YouTube. But hey, do what you can, what you got, and elevate forward. That's all you can do.
Okay,
Of course, of course, you can mention him. He's a legend, DJ Richie
I
Sky.
was just about to say it was DJ Richie Sky.
Of course, a absolute legend, and shout out to DJ Richie Sky for sure, one of the greats. And yeah, listen, DJ Richie Sky, he's plugged in to Housewives. So although I don't think he went to BravoCon, I know Kim Pyre was debating on going to BravoCon. But he went to BravoCon. But I don't think DJ Richie Sky did any BravoCon content. Not that I know of.
But I think he plugged in though. So
Oh, absolutely.
if he's saying it, I think it might have some weight to it. But honestly, I thought they would bring Sanya back to show how it's gonna go down with this
The
baby and no
pregnancy.
family in the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would be interested in knowing how it's gonna go with this baby and
Mhm.
no family in the house. That would be
Yeah.
interesting. But for me, Sanya and Candy are pretty much the only two that don't need the show to do what they doing.
That is true because Sonya is an Olympic gold medalist and she is also a commentator, so she's
Yeah.
got things to fall back on. It's interesting that Drew said that she wasn't going to come back because her song is doing decent. She was opening for Tamar Braxton, um, and I think that this new lease on life after this divorce from Ralph would be an amazing story to see um, on
But wait
Housewives. But
though, Braylon, they still living together, aren't they? They were a month or two ago. So
yeah, that's what they said on the reunion. But that reunion was in what, this summer, I think.
yeah, but as of September, I do recall out there in the streets that they were still living together. And for me, in my opinion, if y'all like he got this money, he got this so fabulous job, y'all don't have to live together to not abandon the property. Like y'all can
Right.
come up with an agreement that we gonna do we do, but I ain't gotta live here. So I I've always said until they actually divorce, I
Right.
don't believe that they're divorcing.
Okay, I can receive that. I can receive that. Tyler and Timon's G Mom said, and I quote, they could have brought Drew back and left Sheree in the basement. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Lord help. Lord help.
But aren't they in from my understanding, I think they was looking to do a complete reboot with younger cast like they did New York.
Yes, yes, that has been rumored. And shout out to House of Aaron. He did a video commenting on some of the people, and this was all speculation, people. So don't say all right. You know what I mean? That this is the cast, but no, House of Aaron did do a video covering that for sure. But yeah,
Yeah, because I think they dropped the ball when they didn't go after light skinned Keisha.
yeah, and that's one of the people that he said, like Skin Keisha. That's one of the people that House of Aaron said. Yep.
Because I would have liked to see light skinned Keisha because we saw her for a season on Love and Hip Hop, but she didn't quite fit that mold because she wasn't fighting.
Right. And that's the thing too about reality TV. Sometimes it's not really sometimes it is about the person, sometimes it isn't, but really it's more of the show that they fit on or don't fit on. May, June, July says, yes, I'm sorry, but She by Sheree, can she by go? I cannot. Lord help. Y'all are in the building tonight, and I'm not mad at y'all at all, at all, at all. Lord help. Lord help, help, help.
I agree, Braylon. No, I agree. They could
No,
have left
listen.
Sheree wherever they got her from. They could have left her
No.
there.
And listen, with I love it. I love it. Give it She News like, oh my Lord Jesus. I'm just like, you're going after somebody who has won a Grammy. You're going after somebody who, if she walks into any club, her song is played. You do realize like her business acumen is beyond like. I, and the thing is, like when Candy brought up the fact that none of her designs are on her website, that's a fact. Like there was like a $500 suit on the website during BravoCon. It's just like you're getting upset because other people are pointing your flaws out. You do realize, like Candy pointing out your flaws is just like us pointing out your flaws, but because she's on the show and because she's the big dog, that's how you attack. But okay,
But Sheree is upset because she she is so closed minded and so think that she's so high fashion. You are no one. You really are no one. You was married to a ball player, professional football player, who wasn't really that popular as well. However, you think you want to sell a $500 jogging suit because let's be real, jogging suit. And if you just go ahead and have somebody make you some joggers and different stuff like that that are actually reasonably priced, and by reasonably I mean people would have bought your $50 joggers, but ain't nobody spending $250 on joggers from Sheree Whitfield.
no,
You are not Lululemon. You are not Victoria's Secret Pink. You
no,
are none of those things. You ain't even Levi. You ain't near
no,
the shacks that they was selling in Walmart. Come on now,
mm-hmm,
girl. Like you are none of that. Like
no.
stop it.
And not to mention too, like Kamora Lee Simmons, I covered this on Virtual Tour Live, that she's brought back Baby Fat recently, and some of Baby Fat's fashions are like for $100 because Kamora listened to her daughters, who worked for her, obviously, and also listened to the audience of that. Some people can't afford it, so Kamora Lee Simmons, as big as she is, understood her audience. I listen. It is what it is. Um, Nikki News says to May, June, July, you mean she can't pay. May, June, July says fashion show with no fashions. Lord help me. I cannot. Nikki News said, "Yep, found one of her sets on Amazon for $39. You know what?
See?
Let's go to
See?
Amazon right now. I see this. See. I love evidence live. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Cause
Okay.
it's just I don't Roa doing a reboot would be so to me refreshing because you have none of the real readers are gone. Even Phaedra, Nene, like they could read you up and down, and even old simple Portia can give you a little read, but it's just like it's not. It's like you go there for the reads and the little shady business, but they taking it a little too far because they've already done that. So I don't understand what's wrong with these shows wanting to move along with the cast. Like we don't have to watch somebody for 10 years. Like who want after 10 years people are getting fed up. That's why the ratings aren't doing anything because you're not giving them nothing new but two people here and there, which does
Right.
nothing because they come in, click up, and you just watching the same click with new people.
Right. Now, y'all tell me why I typed in She by Sheree on Amazon and generic came up. I am not joking. This is literally what popped up. Like, no joke. This is what genuinely popped up here.
She by
Like, I'm seeing
She.
I'm seeing all these brands here. I'm not really even seeing nothing.
Nikki News probably looked at what it was and just typed in that and it popped up.
Gotcha.
What was it? Because Amazon is very basic. They give
Listen,
you what you ask for.
listen, they're very basic, but they make that quaint in the words of Tamar Estine Braxton. So I'm about to pull up
Oh,
the
they give you what
website.
you asking for. I actually like Amazon as a clothing company because you actually get what you ask for. It's just sometimes the material ain't what you're looking for, but you get what you ask for.
Exactly. So here is the website here. 10% off. Check out our restock collection. Really, the
Not
restock
10% off.
collection? So, y'all, I'm not making this up. This is the actual website for this print set that you could probably go to, customink.com and get cheaper.
I was just about to say that.
This is $480.
See if you can find what's that SBS Army print on Amazon. Army whatever.
Okay.
What does that say?
SBS Army Puff Print Set on Amazon. Okay, give me a moment. Oh my Lord Jesus, that's a bit much.
Yes, May, June, July. She is the Lulu. The Lulu.
So literally
All that is a green jogging suit with a logo on it.
So here's the switch tab right here. So I typed it in, I copied it, and this is what came up. That's it. That's literally it. But since we are on this virtual tour, let's see what else. Because she said, and I quote, right? She said, "Check out the new restock and new collection." Now, if you're doing restock and new collection, there should at least be 10 things, right? Collection means more than one. $480 red or blue.
Two, it's the pair.
You know what? I'm not doing this with you. Anyway, let's go to Shop All and see what's going on. I cannot with you. So here it. Oh, look at this. So she's got mugs, but I thought She by Sheree was clothing. Okay.
No, Bray. She by Sheree was high fashion. Remember, high fashion.
Lord.
High fashion.
So this is She is a Star hoodie for $252.
I could make you that for $30.
Here are these leggings here for $118. Now, Fablex got this thing where you can get like 4 pair for like $50.
And if you want to spend $100 on a pair of leggings, go to Lululemon. Because the minute they get a hole in them, you can take them back and get you another pair. Okay? Mm-hmm. In case you didn't know.
I mean, Sheree is beautiful, but I feel like maybe that's
is not. Photoshopped. Is that Sheree?
That apparently let me click on the picture.
That is not Sheree.
I feel like that's kind of I feel like that's kind of photoshopped.
It has to be, unless she got a BBL.
Yeah, because there's just see the difference. See that one there. No, and y'all, I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm really not. Like, I am literally showing y'all the difference.
No, I was laughing at Nikki News. She was like, She has no inventory.
Look, you know what? I'm not doing this with y'all. I am not doing this with y'all. So look, we're gonna do this like an eye exam. One.
Her thighs ain't even that thick. Like, when did her thighs get that thick?
1, 2.
That might be more like it, but her thighs,
One,
I don't know.
two. Okay, my petty
Those are
behind.
different
Anyway,
sizes. No, those are
yeah,
different sizes, Bray.
yeah, for sure. So let's keep rolling here. See what else she. You know what? Let's do this because I
There's
think
no
you
way.
could.
Let me find some pictures of her, cause there ain't no way.
So
There's
let's
no
do.
way.
So let's do priced high to low. Okay, let's do price high to low. So she's a Star hoodie for $252. All Star Crew sweatshirt for $232. Tis the season jogger. Um, wait a minute, y'all. Do y'all see what I see? Like, look at the Tis the Season jogger, and then look at the All Star Crew T-shirt or All Star Crew sweatshirt. Do y'all see a repeating pattern of this green here? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm being so serious right now.
And look at her thighs in the green. That is not
Yeah,
her on the other picture. That is not her on the other picture.
yeah. So $132, $122, $99. That's about the cheapest leggings you could probably get on this site. Um, oh, this is new. She's clickbait t-shirt for $80. A sweatshirt for $80.
Girl, bye. I have
Joggers
several seats,
barcode
girl.
for $82. Okay.
How is a sweatshirt and a t-shirt the same price?
I don't know. I do not know. Okay, y'all. Let's see what the gift
That's
card's
high
looking
fashion
like.
for you.
Listen, gift card. Wait a minute. What? let me click on this to make. Okay, she got denominations. Okay, I was about to say, like, see, you know what? I'm not going to do this. So she's got a gift card all the way up to $500. Lord help. Okay.
Well, where you going? Oh, I guess you're going to buy a $500 jogging suit.
No. No. These are the new arrivals here. A sweater for $99, though. It's to the point where she buys Sheree Atlanta coffee cup.
Wait, I was just about to say, you can get those in different colors. You can get a set from Walmart for about $8.
This don't make no damn sense. She got a yoga mat for $130. She got a hoodie baby jogger set for $99. Okay. I don't know if a parent's gonna spend $99 on one piece of clothing. I don't know. I'm talking about regular daily schmegular parent.
And that's who gonna buy this stuff, because you don't see no movie stars walking around with this stuff on it.
No.
And that who gonna check me boo shirt is ugly.
No. Wait a minute.
Look like Michael Jackson on it.
Wait,
Scroll back up. Scroll back up. That look like Michael Jackson.
Which one?
It was. You gotta go up. It looked like it was Michael Jackson on there. Just you scrolling.
Okay, hang on. I'm going back up. Hang on.
Right there. Right there. Second from the left. Second from. Go back under the baby. It's directly under the baby. Yep.
Okay. This one.
Yep. Do that not look like
Lord.
Michael Jackson from far away?
That I'm not gonna lie. That does look like Michael Jackson from far away. I cannot stand. But the thing that really got me was the ski mask. Like, Miss Sheree Whitfield, have you been talking to Phaedra or Candy about the dungeon at all? Or Phaedra with her, Southern Belle freak tendencies? Like, okay.
May, June, July said that was MJ.
I cannot with you. Like I don't know who would buy that ski mask though. I mean, even if it's for winter,
Cause they gonna know it's you, the person with the big old SBS on your.
You can't do nothing You rob a bank, they know exactly who you are. Just
Oh no, that's she. I thought it was a B. That's she.
you,
SAT.
I'm I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
So him with the sheet on the mask. Him with the sheet on the
Lord
mask.
help. Lord help. So that is the website, y'all. Lord
Oh
Jesus
shit,
help.
Ray.
Okay.
She need a team.
Listen.
She need a team.
Lord help me. Oh my
Is that what
Lord.
she didn't pay old boy for?
I guess so. I guess so. Oh my Lord Jesus. That was the first time I ever went to her website, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna cap with y'all. Oh my
I
God.
tried to go before, but it was crashed. Apparently, she said it had crashed, but
Mm,
wasn't nothing on there because it was giving you a security message. You know how someone will give you a security message when you go to the website,
yes. Yes, indeed. To make sure you're not a bot or anything like that. Yeah. For
and
sure.
then once you got past that, there was nothing. It just still never opened. So she's talking about it was under construction. It's under construction, girl. Ain't nothing there.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, if somebody wanted to give me that for $480, I'd just rather have $480 just to
Well, once I
deposit.
heard about the prices, I didn't even go look because I know I'm not spending $500 on a Gucci, Poochie, Lucci, Bowie, none of
I,
that.
I'm done.
Not in a jogging suit. Now, if you want to give me one,
Oh my
okay.
Lord. Yeah, no, exactly right. Like, you know what? Here's the crazy thing. Like, Carnival has cruises for like $500. That $480 could basically take care of a cruise. Well, after taxes is about $1,000 a person, but still, it could put a decent dent in it. But Lord help, I cannot. I just, what is the world coming to? I don't know where we are in the world anymore. I don't. Simply do not. But yeah, it says allegedly, y'all, that next Saturday will be a new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Allegedly. Because they said new episodes every Saturday night, y'all. So we shall see.
Okay. Well, you're not going to keep me woke all night, Braylon. It's past the old lady bedtime.
Listen, I have done nothing here. You brought yourself upon here, which I
Because
love.
you used
Yeah,
to
I
have
appreciate
those
you.
marathons over here. You
Oh
can talk all
God,
night. I ain't
yes. Oh my Lord, yes. And let me tell you something. And listen, yes, y'all, I did fall asleep, but those three lives were very circumstantial. Okay, those were very circumstantial lives. Okay, one time I had to be the Calvary. Another time I broke the damn story that's going to loop back around at the end of the season with that part of the passion. Then the other time, well, there was just a mess that I broke somebody's channel because I had the best question of the whole damn interview. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, those three were very circumstantial. So, Lord,
So I'll let you go ahead and do what you do because
okay.
I'm yawning and tears coming to my eyes. So
Well, look, at least you're going to bed with a smile on your face and something to laugh about. I'm glad I was able to do that for you. Thank you for coming
yeah,
up. I always
you
love
in the
you.
chat had me entertained. Nikki News,
Listen,
Major July, y'all. Tyler and T Mom had me entertained. Nikki News.
listen. We do what we do well. Love you, Shan. We'll talk soon, Queen.
All right, take care.
All right, you too. See, this is what YouTube is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be fun, you guys. You know what I mean? No drama, no mess, no strife, no chaos, no toxicity. You know what I mean? So, 8 people in the building. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are live on tour. This is the next episode here. Whitlow's Stay or Whitlow's Go, if you don't know. And by the way, welcome into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. We have been on the highways and byways of this particular episode for 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 12 seconds. So yeah, for those of you who did see the episode tonight, or if you're on the replay gang and you're just like, wait, what's going on? Well, the reason why this is the title of it was because at the end of this episode that aired tonight, Big Lou and Tiffany talk about the future of them being on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So the description, not the description, but the description says Keke and Tiffany cleared the air. Martell accused the Fletchers of picking sides. Tisha tells Kimmy she might be pregnant. Chris is concerned when he sees a different side of his son. And the Whitlows are contemplating their new reality. So there you go. That is the newest episode airing here, not February, y'all. Airing November 25th, 2023 at 8, 7 Central, only on OWN, only here. Hashtag OWN, keeping it real. Oh, my Lord Jesus. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really do wonder, like, well, how in the world am I able to do this? Because not only do I do a live show for y'all, but I also do the videos as well. I'm just like, Lord help. It is only because of y'all that I continue to do this, because I've met so many great people. And of course, there's bad apples in every bunch, but there are some really good people, and I continue to do this because, for one, I do love the show for what it is, and number two, to be able to cover it in the way that we get to kind of breaking down the humanity, it relates to so many people. But number three, it's basically the TV personification of the strawberry letter to let you know at least your life ain't that bad. At least your life is not that bad. So, but yes, indeed, I'm looking at y'all on my videos right now. It looks like the one that's trending the most is the one with Melody right now with 11 views. I know those views will go up in the meantime, between time, for sure. But yes, indeed, for sure there. Oh, yes, indeed. Here, just chilling out with all of you. Glad to have all of you here in the building. Oh man, if you guys want to come up, feel free to click the link there. It is pinned. If you want to come on up, would love to hear from you and what you have to say. I have not seen the Chris and Nell Fletcher. Um, in the Nell Fletcher interview, but I definitely am going to watch it for sure, because I definitely want to be able to see what is going on with that as well. So I think Miss Universe was on tonight as well. So but yes, indeed. Glad to have all of you here in the building. What do y'all give the episode? What in terms of a rating? I would give it probably, because I mean that dinner, I mean that took up like a really big portion of the show. I give it about a maybe a 8.5, a 9. You know what I mean? It was a pretty big episode. It was a pretty big episode, um, for sure. So, but yes, indeed. Mm. Oh wow! All right, Arkansas State University, about 7. Okay, I can receive that, Nikki News. By the way, did you get your Stella Rosa yet? How is it? Because if y'all wonder about Stella Rosa, Courtney and Stormy were drinking Stella Rosa in tonight's episode. So I'm looking at Arkansas State University, and they are bowl eligible for the first time since 2019. So congratulations. Also, the Chicago Bulls have won. If you guys care about sports, there, for sure. So, but yes, indeed. I'm so glad to have y'all here. Thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate y'all. Good. I am so glad. I am so glad. So glad indeed. Listen, if I can get some Stella Rosa, I'll definitely drink it for sure. Or if you guys want to gift me a bottle, no, I won't ask y'all to gift me a bottle. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Yes, indeed. 7 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Tonight's episode was actually pretty good for what it was. I would give it about 8. About an 8. I said 9, but yeah, it wasn't a breaking episode, but it definitely broke some tables for sure. It definitely did for sure. So yes, indeed. Hmm, man. I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. I know I keep saying that, but I really do mean it. Because man, I gotta tell you, doing this thing is not for the faint of heart. You definitely have to have a soul about you to be able to do a YouTube channel and to do original content and to keep going. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you, there are times where I'm just like, Lord help, why am I doing this? But in the same token, I'm just really am grateful that you know at the end of the day, just because you may not believe in yourself doesn't mean that other people may not believe in you, and you definitely have to keep going. Um, and if it helps at all, just recognize everybody has to start at zero when they start. Everybody has to start at zero when they start. I think that's a very important fact. Um, and let me tell you something: if you don't start, you'll never know what the end is going to be. You know what I mean? And if I look at it like this, if you already are failing now and nobody's watching, then just think about what would happen if you did apply yourself and you got to see what could be of yourself. You know what I mean? So, and trust me, as I say it to y'all, I'm saying it to my doggone self because we all need some inspiration from time to time. We all do. I don't know if not one person who is not going through something in life. Some people are just a little bit more bold to say it out loud than others. Amen. So, man, yes, indeed. Well, y'all, I think that's pretty much our show. I mean, if you guys want to come up, you can. I'll put a poll in the chat if anybody wants to come up. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for those hearts. I appreciate y'all so much. And like I say, either way, it's all good. I think we'll probably end the show here, coming up at 11:35 because we've been on here for a good while. But it's been a very good show tonight. A very, very, very good show. And do not worry, y'all. I will put after show on this. Okay, I definitely will put after show on this. Okay, but I thank you guys for still loving me enough to still come through, even though it is after show. But you know what? That's what consistency's about. That you guys usually know that I usually come on right after the show. So yes, indeed. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I was actually kind of debating on if I was even going to cover the show this year or this season because of everything that happened to me. But I'm just like, at this point, if everyone else is covering it, why can't I cover it? That's what I genuinely thought. So, So yes, indeed. So. Hmm. Welcome in, everybody. We are just chilling on out here. Hopefully, I don't fall asleep on y'all. I kid, I kid, I kid, I kid, I kid, I kid. But yeah, glad to have all of you here. We are live on tour now. We're just chilling, and doing what we do. Glad to have all of you in the building. Hmm. Those of you like TLC, Smothered is coming back. That is very interesting. Never really understood Smothered. Like, I understand it's like Mothers and Daughters who are like really, really close, but there should be some distance. Hey Rose, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just chilling. Just chilling. By the way, shout out to Sassy T, the Silva, and Wente Talk as well. I was supporting them tonight as well. I try to support everybody that I can. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, I try to support everybody that I can. So, Rose, what did you think of the episode tonight? Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. By the way, I am going to try to watch the Hunger Games, that new movie, Songbirds and Snakes. I'm gonna try to watch that. Um, it is a fascinating franchise for sure. And by the way, Viola Davis is in it. So anytime Viola Davis is in something, it's absolutely amazing. Amazing. Yes, indeed. All right, sounds good. I will take that no. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Well, with that being said, let me get the daily motivator up, and then we will be on our way out of here. You're probably very comfortable. So it's time for the daily motivator. The nearest way to glory is to strive to be what you wish. The nearest way to glory is to strive to be what you wish to be thought to be. Socrates. All right, then. Sounds good. Thank you, Socrates, for that. It is time for the Daily Motivator by Ralph Morrison for Saturday, November 18th, 2023. Perfect conditions, clear skies, and calm seas make for a great day of sailing, but every ship's captain must also be prepared to navigate safely through wind rain, darkness, and turbulent waters. If you're only able to make progress when conditions are perfect, you're not going to make much progress. Reality demands that you learn how to successfully proceed when things are less than perfect. It's great to have a supportive environment, ample resources, a clear and obstacle free path, and the absence of external constraints. But that's not how the real world usually works. To achieve an ambitious objective, be willing and be able to adapt to the circumstances you encounter throughout the process. In addition to making your success more likely, this approach makes your skills and experience more resilient and more valuable. Favorable conditions are nice when you just get them. Make sure that you see them as a lucky bonus instead of an essential requirement. Achievement happens when you're committed to doing the work of achievement, no matter what. That's a whole lot better than waiting around for perfect conditions. Oh, I love this one because I think about perfect conditions all the time. I think to myself, with the girlfriend I have now, I'm like, man, I gotta wait to get to my media career and this and that, da, da, da. But then I think to myself, like, and my friends have said this too, like, well, why can't it happen at the same time? And I think because the society we live in, we have conditioned ourselves to think like, okay, if it doesn't happen right from this space right here, right now, that it's not going to work. And I think that that is a stagnant mindset that we should not have, right? So that's one. Number two, realize in every perfect environment for perfect conditions, there is still going to be turbulence. There's still going to be drama. There's still going to be toxicity. There's still going to be something. You know what I mean? And yeah, I truly do feel that perfect is only meaningful to you as it is meaningful to you. So if you care about it, then you're going to care about it. If you don't care about it, then you don't care about it. So you give it power. And then finally, truly, 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 it is okay for your perfect conditions to evolve. It's important for your perfect conditions to evolve. The perfect conditions that you want for your family, if you feel like they're not perfect, then change it. Life is too short. And we never are going to strive to ultimate perfection. We can just strive for the perfection that we can achieve within our reality. So, with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube, if I do say so myself. This has been a great virtual tour live of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Do not worry, I will put after show on it. Okay, so don't worry on that. With that being said, know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always more blessed. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing, call yourself is another thing, be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. Always remember where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that everybody goes through things. Some people just go through it on camera. Make sure the replay is not just for you. Watch it, not just for you listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all, wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved. I am extremely proud of you on this day. But regardless of whoever is proud, you be proud of your damn self. And always remember, at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, love is love, hate is hate, and a choice is a choice. So make the best one, shall we? Like I said, enjoy the fireworks for the day that was. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that's to come, and for the blessings that are on the way. One love, much love, all love. Good night, everybody.